Hey, good morning. Eric Arnold here on this Monday, I never know what date it is, the 11th. The 11th of April here in the sports barn. And we're here to bring you MLB action. We're starting to get it lined up. We're starting to get ready to go. As I said, I've been buried in day job work, but I'm starting to shovel out of that just a little bit. We've got a big card here for you for Monday, so stay tuned. 7 picks here for Monday. Got 7 plays for you this Monday. Damn it, we missed a whole bunch of good ones on Sunday. We were just otherwise occupied. We just had no time. We'll have to work this out. Somehow we're going to have to work this out where, family time comes on a day where there are no games. And I don't know if there are going to be a whole lot of those kind of days this year because of the truncated losing that first week. It's a Monday and we're going to have 7 plays. Monday normally would be a day where I'd say, there's probably not a lot of games on a Monday. Your days without games are generally Monday and Thursday. Otherwise, all the rest of the days are usually full cards. So I don't know, but we'll do the best we can. Anyway, 7 games coming up. So what else? We actually have a charged camera here tonight, so we can do a full show. A few things I missed on my last show just because I was, out of my mind with fatigue and dehydration. Congratulations to Bruce Franklin. He had Kansas to win it all in his bracket or card or tournament or whatever the hell. I assume he won his pool. If he had Kansas to win it all, he should have won his pool. So kudos to you, Bruce. We had Kansas to cover -4 in the championship game. That was an L. We don't feel bad about that. That was one of them could have gone either way deals. In other words, probably we should have covered. In other words, the Kansas kid doesn't inexplicably run out of bounds there with 3.5 seconds to go. They're shooting foul shots to tie or win the game against the spread. And Carolina probably wasn't going to be able to score with the ball way down in the other end of the floor. They probably Kansas was going to cover. I noted one thing about that CBS broadcast, or TBS broadcast. I'm sorry, TBS broadcast. I'm getting my networks mixed up. The kid runs out of bounds, and it's a massive, unexpected play that has now flipped the entire game. Not just from a gambling standpoint, but from a game standpoint. It's now given North Carolina a legitimate chance to tie the game and send it into overtime. And the TBS announcers were just kind of blasé about it. It wasn't like, oh my God, he just stepped out of bounds. Carolina now has a chance to win, or tie and win. It was just kind of like, well, I think he may have stepped out of bounds there. It was like just so not incommensurate with the magnitude of that play. It didn't make sense. So I don't know. I don't think, maybe they just didn't notice he ran out of bounds and were like, oh, did he run out of bounds? Anyway, whatever. So that was that. Your college basketball season now in the books, kaput. What else? Pittsburgh Louie tells me he picked Scott Scheffler to win the Masters. I don't follow golf. I got to watch a little bit of the final round here today or yesterday, whatever, Sunday. And, the guy had a huge lead. It was pretty much drama-free. The one thing I didn't understand is Louis was telling me he got 15-1, and this guy is the number 1 player in the world. What am I missing? Is that true, or is Louis giving me bullshit? If he's the number one player in the world, how in the hell is he 15-1? I guess, I guess hindsight's 2020. Maybe, I don't know. I guess there was a reason he was 15-1, or I'm getting fed some misinformation. I don't know. But that all just seemed odd to me. So congratulations to Louis. Now we got to get him now we're starting to get back in the rhythm, so I expect him to maybe start posting his picks here so we can, get even more winners out there. And speaking of winners, Saturday night, we had the Braves at -160 there in Atlanta over the Reds, and they managed to get it done. So that gets us off to on the right foot, 1 win, no losses here in 22. So that's good. All good. So let's get to it. Let's make some space here. My go-to computer is still broken. Still broken. Still waiting for these goddamn parts to come in. I don't know how long it's going to take. My wife said the exact same thing I said in the previous video, and she didn't get it from me because she doesn't watch these videos. She said, I hope they don't get it from wherever these car parts are coming from. So yeah, I hope they don't either. I'd also hope that you don't vote for Democrats next year, my wife, but she will. Because that's why this is happening. Because we keep voting for Democrats. So my computer remains broken because our supply chains are broken. But I digress. God damn, it's cold out here tonight, so the marker's really sticking on the board. All right, that's pretty good. All right, let's see, where are we? All right, let's get the computer fired up. All right, where are we? All right, I think I'm not sure what games are when. I'm not sure. I don't have it. Well, maybe I can pull it up here as far as time goes. No, we're not going to be able to do that. Yeah, shit. All right, well, you'll have to. I don't know when these games play. I think these are day games. First one we got here are the. Oh, Jesus, I hate doing this, but I guess we try to be correct. The Guardians. I just can't. I mean, it's the Indians. It's the Indians. It's always been the Indians. The Guardians. Are you freaking kidding me? We got them at -103. Why the Guardians? Well, they had a huge freaking day today. 17 runs. Just beat the Royals bullpen all over the place. Beat their starter up. Then they beat the bullpen up. So I think they're just going to keep swinging the bats tomorrow. The Indians generally play pretty well against the Royals, especially out in Kansas City. I think the Guardians, that's a tough one for me. That's going to be real tough for me. But I think the Guardians are always a team, really with the exception of the piece of shit owner. That's a pretty good franchise, hamstrung by their villainous owner. So we'll go ahead with the Guardians there. Okay. Pretty sure this is another afternoon game. We got the Twins. -123. Twins had a nice day today where their starter didn't pitch real well. But then they got, I think, 5 good innings out of their bullpen, just shut down the Mariners. While meanwhile, the Twins finally started swinging the bats. Right now, I kind of think Twins are better than the Mariners. Some of the Mariner players maybe at some point will get better. You know, they've got really young talent there on the Mariners team. That Julio Rodriguez, he's a exciting young player. Kelnick, another exciting #1 pick guy. But these guys are both, I think, under 22 years old. Or 22, just 22. That's pretty young. They're not quite in a groove yet. It's early. Meanwhile, that Twins team, you know, they do have some actual real superstars on that team. Correa, he's a superstar. Buxton, when he's healthy, he's a superstar. Jorge Polanco, well, he's a star. I'm a borderline superstar, but he's a star. So, gotta think Twins maybe have an advantage here over the Mariners. They're feeling good about themselves. They just got their first win of the year. They're not going to go 0-162. I think the Twins will just keep right on going and get the fourth game. A lot of wraparound series here tomorrow or today. A lot of these wraparound series where Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. So we're going to go ahead and say the Twins even the series at 2 apiece and get the game on Monday. And what else we got here? All right, we'll go ahead here with the all right. The A's. Damn computer, stop that. My backup computer it and I are not on the same page yet. We are not yet on the same page. I do not know what it's doing. I do not understand why it does things. So we struggle to get things done. Oops. But we're going to go ahead here with the A's. Oh. At a big price down in Tampa, the A's got their first win today against the Phillies. Through a marginal pitcher, and he was simply brilliant. And their pitching just shut the Phillies down. So I think the A's probably feel pretty good about themselves. You know, they played good defense. They got good pitching. They're not going to go winless. Heading down to Tampa. Tampa's just rolling right now, rolled right through the Orioles. I think they might find the A's are better than the Orioles. They are, believe it or not, they are. So we're getting paid a huge price. I think that's where the value is. That price says the A's have 35% chance of winning maybe. I think that number's higher. I think they have more like a 41% chance of winning. That's value. You know, that's worth taking a shot at. So we're going to go ahead here and see if the A's can't drop in and steal the first game of the series for a big price. Let's do this one. The Brewers on the road. We got them at 146. Brewers had a big win today. They were looking at getting swept in Chicago by the Cubs. They're down 3-0 today. They've already got beaten twice as away favorites by the Cubs, and now they're looking at basically as a favorite all weekend, going 0-3 to your division rivals. Bad stuff. But they pulled their shit together. Stroman could only go 5, so they went to the bullpen, the Cubs did, and it wasn't good enough. And the Brewers were able to come back and get the 1-run win. So it was a really good effort by the Brewers bullpen. They've got to feel really good about themselves leaving Chicago because it could have gotten ugly there. So happy flight to Baltimore for the Brewers. And I think they're just going to keep going now. Now that they got that one game under their belt, they're much better than the Orioles. The Orioles are a terrible team. And I don't think that number's nearly high enough. The Brewers, a 90-some win team versus the Orioles are looking at a 60-win season again. So I don't see much of a home field advantage for the Orioles. I'm thinking that number should be upwards of 160, 170, 180. So I think we're getting some value here at the Brewers. We'll take them. This one I'm not so sure about, but we're going to try it. The Pirates plus 180 at St. Louis. Another one of these wraparound games where the Pirates played the Cardinals all weekend. The Pirates got one win today, a nice 9-4 win. Swung the bats, got a bunch of hits. It's a big price there. I mean, I think the more these teams play each other, the more familiar with each other they get, and especially when there's a wide disparity between the abilities of each team. Now that the Pirates have gotten a game, well, I think that perhaps it's a little narrower now. And I think the Cardinals and the Pirates might have a close game tomorrow, and we're going to go ahead and try to steal it. Say the Pirates even the series at 2 games apiece and get the win at 180. That's a pretty good price. So we'll go ahead there. All right, Red Sox, they got a win tonight over the Yankees. Got them at -116 tomorrow against the Tigers. Tigers aren't playing well. They're off to a crummy start. They had that big win on opening day, and then the White Sox just kind of took command. And I think the Tigers are just it's a little soon for them. Maybe the hype is a little over their heads. Got some guys like Torkelson. He's brand new. He's going to struggle, I think, for the first month till he finds his feet. But the Red Sox, solid team. They played a tough divisional rival. 3 games, probably could have gone either way, all 3 games. They've got the one they had to have tonight. So I think they're going to feel pretty good about themselves going to Detroit tomorrow. The Red Sox may actually swing the bats tomorrow. They really didn't swing the bats very well all weekend against the Yankees. So we're hoping the Red Sox break out the bats tomorrow. But we're going to say they are the pick over the Tigers. And then lastly, this is for you, subscriber F. Tomorrow night, in a huge, well, as huge as the 4th game of the season can be, game in Philadelphia, we think we're back and we're going to make the playoff Phillies are going to play the Mets, who also think the exact same thing. Well, the Mets are getting +130. You believe it or not, and you can look it up if you don't believe me, the Mets have a winning record in Philadelphia going back to the opening of Citizens Bank Ballpark. The Mets win more games than they lose in Citizens Bank Ballpark. So getting +130 with the Mets here, I think that's a bargain. That's a bargain. The Phillies had a terrible game today, just awful. Just gave the game away. Basically just didn't show up. Awful efforts at the plate, poor approach. not working the count, just swinging at every pitch. Yeah, this is the Phillies team I expect. They're going to have a shaky bullpen, which I expect to see a lot of tomorrow because I think Ranger Suarez, who I like, what he did last year was almost unheard of. This guy just came out of nowhere and was unhittable for 100 innings. Just unhittable. But he's thrown 2 innings all of spring training, 2 innings. There's no way this guy's going to go out there and throw more than, say, 50 pitches. He's going to throw 3-4 innings, and then we're into the pen. And the Phillies' pen is not good. So I expect the Mets to break through at some point and score some runs. The Mets, well, you're going to say, the Mets' pen sucks too. I think Taijuan Walker will give him a few more innings than Suarez will. We're going to say the Mets. The Mets always play well in Philadelphia, so plus 130, that's a deal. So there are your 7 plays. The Guardians of the Cuyahoga at Kansas City. The Twins hosting the Mariners. The A's at Tampa. The Brewers at Baltimore. The Pirates at St. Louis. The Red Sox at Detroit. And then the Mets at Philadelphia. So it shall be written. So it shall be done. Let's get off to a really good start here in the 22 season. We're hoping for a unit out of that. We're hoping out of all that mess there that we'll be up at least a unit by the time the games are over Monday night. I feel pretty good about some of these. Last year we stratified the picks with 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. And it just turned into a hash. And frankly, I didn't get a heck of a lot out of it. And, I think we're just going to, a pick is a pick is a pick. And we're just, if I had to guess what's the best play up there, I like the Indians. I like the Mets. I like the Brewers. The model loves the A's. I'm just, those huge underdogs like that. Damn well the A's aren't anywhere close to as good as the Rays, but you just got to hope that the Rays are ready to give a game away. That's what you got to hope there. All right, good. That's all we got for you. Thanks for being here. We're hoping to get into a rhythm and get these videos out a little more frequently. Hey, hit the like button. Make me want to make the videos and get you these picks. So, hit that like button, tell your friends, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Very good. I'll talk to you again. Eric Arnold signing off.